When you learn how to be a less reactive woman, you'll find that most of your relationships improve significantly. Being emotionally reactive means that you tend to react negatively to most things, and your reaction is a little over the top. The easy example is when someone pulls out in front of you in a car. We've all experienced it, and many of us react negatively. The problem is that you don't know who just pulled in front of you or where their head is at. Blowing your horn or waving madly at an elderly driver will just scare them, and you right into an accident. When you're in a relationship and you're emotionally reactive, it can tear apart the two of you. He says something and you react. Then you're in an argument before you know what happened. Words are said and later regretted, and they can never be taken back. Hi, I'm Greg, and if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to this channel and like the video so other women will be more likely to find it also. In order to become a less emotionally reactive woman, work on discovering why you're reactive in the first place. There are many reasons which you can find in the article linked below. A great way to determine what your triggers might be is to journal. Journaling is a great way to handle many emotional difficult situations and to uncover what's really going on in your mind. One reason is low confidence and low self-esteem. You believe you're not as good at something, or you feel less pretty than other women and you feel judged. You become defensive and bang, you're blowing up over what you later realize was nothing. Often, when you're emotionally reactive, you later regret things you said or did. You feel guilty because you know you fell out of line. I'd like to give you a couple of tools now to help you be less reactive and remind you that there are more in the linked article below. The first tool is the cliche, take a deep breath and count to 10. But it works. When you stop and count to 10, it provides you with a chance to think about how you want to react. And yes, you do have the power to control your reactions. It also gives you a moment to calm down, so taking a few deep breaths is helpful. Deep breathing cancels out your fight or flight stuff and sends a signal to your mind that all is well. Also, I encourage you to try to see the situation from the other person's point of view. Few people do this. I read a story about a man who was riding a subway. Another man was on the subway with his children, who were acting very loudly and being rowdy. They were disturbing everyone on the train. Finally, the man looked up with the saddest look on his face and realized his children were out of control. He immediately apologized to those around him and said, "I'm sorry, my wife just died and I think we're all reacting to it differently." Had someone reacted negatively to him before he spoke, they would have felt really bad after. The man who had been observing immediately reached out to the man and asked if there was something he could do to help. Isn't that nice for a change? People were instantly empathetic rather than judgmental. You never know when someone you come across has just gone through something life-altering. Work on observing your own thoughts and recognizing when you're heading down a reactive path so you can stop it before it begins.